Have you ever noticed how some people never post on social media? No selfies, no life updates, no birthday posts, no feeling grateful captions, and yet you know they're living, traveling, growing, experiencing things. They see your posts. They like occasionally. They're there, but silent. Meanwhile, others document everything: their meals, their moods, their mornings, their milestones, almost like if it's not posted, it didn't happen. So what does it really mean when someone chooses silence online? Are they insecure, antisocial, mysterious, or psychologically stronger than most people realize? Stay till the end, because understanding this might completely change how you see quiet people online, and maybe even explain your own relationship with social media. For some people, the silence comes from early disillusionment. At some point, they posted something personal, maybe a win, a thought, a moment they cared about, and it didn't land. Few likes, no comments, no response. Psychologically, this triggers something called social rejection sensitivity. The brain processes social neglect almost the same way it processes physical pain. So after a few silent posts, the mind learns a pattern. Expression leads to disappointment. Over time, they stop sharing, not because they have nothing to say, but because they've learned that saying it publicly feels unsafe. So they retreat, quietly, not out of weakness, but out of self-protection. Then there's another group, the observers. They don't post because they're deeply aware. Too aware. They notice how online spaces reward exaggeration, comparison, and performance. They see how authenticity slowly turns into branding, how joy becomes content, how pain becomes engagement. Psychologists link this to high metacognition, the ability to think about how systems influence behavior. These people don't want their identity shaped by algorithms. They don't want their self-worth measured in numbers. So they choose distance. They don't disappear from life. They just refuse to turn their life into a product. And then, there's the misunderstood group, the ones people assume are insecure, but actually aren't. These individuals have developed internal validation. They no longer need external confirmation to feel real. Their happiness doesn't increase when others witness it. Their achievements don't feel bigger when applauded. Psychology calls this self-differentiation, the ability to maintain a strong sense of self without constant social reinforcement. For them, silence isn't emptiness. It's peace. They've learned something most people haven't. Not every moment needs an audience to matter. But there's also a deeper layer, one people rarely talk about. Some people stop posting because social media distorts their emotional memory. When you constantly document your life, your brain starts experiencing moments twice, once for living, once for posting. Over time, this splits attention. You're no longer fully present. So some people step back, not because they hate social media, but because they want their memories to belong to them, not to a timeline. Psychologists associate this with experiential ownership, the desire to fully inhabit experiences without external interference. Now here's the part that changes everything. How someone behaves on social media often mirrors how they handle life. People who post frequently often value connection, shared joy, and collective experience. They feel energized by visibility and interaction. People who stay silent often value depth, privacy, and autonomy. They find meaning internally, not performatively. Neither is wrong, but silence is often mistaken for absence, when in reality, it can signal emotional maturity, healed insecurity, or hard-earned boundaries. So if you're someone who doesn't post, maybe you're not shy, maybe you're not antisocial, maybe you're not invisible, maybe you've simply learned that your life doesn't need proof to be valid. Or maybe you once needed validation, didn't receive it, and chose self-respect instead. Either way, your silence isn't random. It's a psychological adaptation. So let me ask you, when you scroll and don't post, is it because you feel unseen, or because you've stopped needing to be seen? If this made you look at social media, or yourself, differently, subscribe and stay. Because here, we don't just talk psychology. We talk about the psychology that explains why you are the way you are.